Hey guys, what's up, and welcome back to some more Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition. We left off here in the LVB station. I believe that's what it's called, which is pretty much just an NCR little station that you can take from Chemicaron to NCR. You can take a tram there. We have yet to do that, but there's really no point. That guy was talking to us like we just did that, but we obviously didn't. Let's see, is there anyone else unique here? You can take it back if you want, whenever you want. So normally you would take off the tram, you come down here, and this guy would talk to you, and that's what happened. But obviously we do not need a talking to since we've already been here. So he was like, "Oh, welcome to the strip, blah blah blah." I was like, "Oh, well, guess what? I've already been here." So that's how it is. Anyways, guys, welcome back. I don't know if you missed the past two episodes, but I've actually thought of a new idea, and I have yet to see the feedback, so maybe I got loaded with feedback the last two. I really don't know, because I won't see the feedback since I'm recording the last two and plenty more today. I was wondering, do you guys just want to see all endings? If you guys have already commented a lot on the last one, no need to do it again. I just haven't read it yet because it's not up yet. It's not even edited yet for me. So if you guys want to see more endings, and well, all the endings, and you where am I going with this? Brain fart. Well, if you want to see all the endings and you haven't talked about it yet, just go ahead and let me know. Just see if there's anything else around here. So there's the taps, like we said. We're not going to go in there. Instead, I think we're going to go to the Ultra-Luxe, and then we'll eventually make our way to the third part and final part of New Vegas, which we have the main quest there going on. Let's go inside the Ultra-Luxe. I don't know how much quest the Ultra-Luxe has, but luckily for me, I got my handy dandy Wikipedia here that can find that out for us real fast. Apparently only one, as far as I can tell. One is fine with me.
Beg your pardon, but could I trouble you to turn over your weapons? My deepest apologies for the slightest inconvenience. You have my assurance that everything will be returned upon your departure. But we simply can't have anyone waving their weapons around in the hotel. It's not the atmosphere we wish to cultivate. Please, enjoy your stay. They'll be handled with the utmost security in our bank. Pleasure speaking to you.
Alright, one more thing I should probably say is I have a really sore throat today. So if I sound any different or anything like that, I do apologize. I'm just like, I don't know. I think it's a cold. I don't know what. I've been getting a lot of sore throats lately. It's been pissing me off, especially because I got comms and all this. So if I sound, oh hey, there's Heck, the guy that we were gonna talk to a little bit ago, the guy that wanted, oh well, the old guy wanted us to kill Heck or something like that. But there's Heck. Let's go and talk to him.
Beg your pardon, stranger, but I'm looking for someone. You ain't seen a young man with dark brown hair and a white hat on lately, have you? Ain't nobody got one darn piece of news about my boy. Not one lousy speck of information. Ain't got one Brahmin unaccounted for across a dozen ranches. But I'm here for an hour and my own son just up and disappears on me. Yep, got a whole mess of Brahmins to my name. Bighorners, too. Used to just have the one ranch, but land was easy to grab before the soldiers moved in. Before I knew it, I was running one of the biggest ranching operations east of California. Now, everywhere I go, folks I never even met shake my hand and call me Mr. Gunderson. Don't quite know what to make of that. Made me a special arrangement with the hotel. They want to do business with me, they got to play by my rules. A lot of people out there resent success. Might want to take a swipe at me. This makes them think twice. If I'd have been thinking, though, I'd have had him watching my boy instead. Then none of this would have happened. My boy, Ted, he was right here. I didn't leave him but a minute. I told him to stay put while I talked some things over with the White Glove folks. He was never one to stay tied down to a spot, though. Gets that from his mother. Got most of my staff out looking for him now. I'd be out myself, but I keep hoping he'll show up back here. Of course, if he does that, I'll whoop him till his skinny hide turns to leather for putting me through this. But that don't mean I wouldn't be grateful. I'd be more than happy to have you. Heck, I'll hire anybody with a pair of legs and at least one good eye at this point. There'd be a lot of money in it for you if you can get him back to me safe. And if he ain't, you can bet I'll pay for the names of the sons of bitches responsible. That's between me and the White Glove Society. But let's just say they control the food supply around here, and I got lots of food to give. But that ain't as welcome as you might think. That's what they call themselves, the folk that run this place. They're the ones dressed all fancy with their bow ties and shiny dresses. Some of them got masks, too. Real hard to trust folks like that. A couple of them show their faces, and that's who I do my business with. I don't talk to none of the other ones.
Alright, we're going to go ahead and throw that quest on, because that's the one we're going to be doing from the get-go. Beyond the Beef, which should be right in here in the Ultra-Luxe. We just have to explore and talk to some people. And for some reason, this has a Pacific person who wants me to talk to, and we'll follow that in a second. This place is actually very nice. It's just a little creepy with all these people. Other than that, it's a very nice casino. Practically, or probably the nicest, like people say. Look at Arcade. He looks so funny with that on. Alright. Hello, miss. Do you have anything to say? No, you're just a gambler. Open door. And that's just where you can get, obviously, the cashier. You guys don't... I don't need to explain what a cashier does. I'm gonna talk to this guy. He looks different.
How may I be of service, madam? No, not from the likes of you, I'm afraid. I don't think you'd have the stomach for it. Better look elsewhere. My, such a popular question. I suppose it is only natural to see us and wonder what it is that makes us special. The White Glove Society has only just made itself known to the public, of course, but our pedigree was established over generations. Were we always so refined? I'd be lying if I said yes. But I've always felt we were destined for a place atop modern society. And now, here we are. Not everyone can wear the finest clothes and eat the finest foods, obviously. That's just the reality we live in. But surely we can agree that the most tasteful, sophisticated people are the most deserving. And that's what the White Glove Society is all about. Indeed.
What we do to our enemies.
Alright, interesting. We'll continue looking around here. This place... Ooh, what is over here? A door that is locked. Average locked. We have probably some elevators or doors. Yep. And I guess we'll take a look at those later. Let's explore one floor at a time. Just seeing what's going on over here. Another penthouse. That's hard. I better not pick it if it's they don't want me in it yet. I mean, I can always explore it later. Let's go over here and see if there's anything. And that's the same stuff. Gambler. This one doesn't even... Ooh. Requires a key for that one. I'm sure you can pick a key. I honestly don't remember this quest too much. I remember most of it. Like, I know the ending to it. Or I know what the Ultra-Luxe is all about. Or the White Glove Society is all about. But other than that, I really don't know. That's kind of the story here on the strip. Ooh, you look like you're gonna tell me something. Just see if there's anything else around. Let's go ahead and talk to this lovely ma'am.
How do you do? Welcome to the Ultra-Luxe. I do hope it exceeds your every expectation. I do, but one can hardly call it work. I think of myself as a caretaker rather than a common laborer. I suppose it is a labor of love if it can be called labor at all. We at the White Glove Society are all responsible for maintaining the beauty and class of the Ultra-Luxe. And as its founder, I suppose it falls to me to decide how we go about it. This again? I thought this was all settled. I answered every one of that investigator's questions to his satisfaction and gave all the help I could. I know our reputation hasn't always been spotless, but that's all in the past now. How some people can't get over it is beyond me. For the last time, the White Glove Society has never and will never consume human flesh for any reason. It's written in the charter. There was an investigator who came through here last week. He'd been hired by a young man whose bride-to-be went missing during their stay here. Well, you can already guess what probably happened, can't you? It seems perfectly likely that she got cold feet and ran off. And that young groom just didn't have a clue, the poor dear. A man? Well, then this can't be. 2 disappearances in my hotel? What will people say? I'm going to have a word with my staff about security on the premises. Whether these people are found or not, our guests simply must feel safe in their own rooms. Why, yes, I think so, if he hasn't checked out yet, that is. I had our maitre d' Mortimer offer him a complimentary room for as long as it took for him to be satisfied. You see, the White Glove Society remains the very picture of courtesy, even in the face of such impolite accusations. We have nothing to hide here. What else? Mr. Gunderson and I have been discussing his livestock. It's put us in a rather delicate position, you see, his coming here. Not that we aren't grateful for his generous offer. But our executive chef, Philippe, has transformed Brahmin steak into a delicacy. He really is a genius. Everyone wants it. But a delicacy is just that, delicate. If everyone can get it, it ceases to be a delicacy. It becomes a perfectly ordinary staple. And if the gourmand served staples, it would no longer draw the caliber of people it deserves. It would be a diner or a family restaurant. So as much as we'd all love for there to be enough steak for everyone, I'm afraid there are more important things to consider. Now, didn't I already tell you that we don't do that sort of thing? We do not engage in cannibalism here under any circumstances. Though we haven't always been the White Glove Society. There was another time, a dark time, when we went by a different name. But that's all changed now. We've evolved past such base impulses since settling into our new home. I've seen to it that those days are behind us. You disgust me.
Oh, shit.
How dare you say such a filthy thing in my establishment? I ought to have you arrested. You'll kindly mind your tongue, or we shan't speak any further.
Oopsies.
Ta-ta.
I probably shouldn't have said that. We're also gonna go back and talk to that guy in a second. I just want to see if there's anyone else here to talk to.
There.
Those Mentat's been on for a while. That was from last episode.
You look positively famished. We simply can't have that.
Fucking creepy. Alright, let's go ahead and head back. I thought maybe if I lied to her I could say that and then maybe she'll let me in on her secrets, but nope. Instead I got infamy from them. And don't need that. I don't need any hate with any family, except the Legion, probably. Even though I tried at the beginning to let the Legion at least like me for a little, but that didn't work out.
How may I be of service, madam? Ah, yes. I've heard that one too. Jealous people say such nasty things. I feel sorry for them. Good. And you know what it is to be discreet in matters of nutrition. Perhaps you can help me. I'm in a bind. I've been planning an exquisite society dinner, but there's a bit of a problem with the main course. He's got a powerful and temperamental father. Yes, the wrong person. We scouted the right one for weeks. The heir to a mercantile empire. Sort of a black sheep. He cut ties with his family and left their estate to wander. He was ideal, corn-fed and well-to-do, but no one to miss him if he were to disappear. Unfortunately, the trap my subordinates set for him failed, and as he escaped, he saw their faces. Now he's wary. I asked for a last-minute replacement, and they stole the son of the most dangerous Brahmin baron in New Vegas while he stayed at this very hotel. Needless to say, this could be a disaster if things aren't put back the way they should be, and I still need